All right, so lesson 13 is all about using this thing called FOIL. If you have asked any of your parents or siblings or other people to help you with some of the area models to get those answers for some shortcuts, they might have taught you something called FOIL. We're going to learn that today. It isn't anything like crazy different. It's just an acronym to help you remember to get everything multiplied together, to be honest with you. And then after today's lesson, you should be able to multiply algebraic expressions algebraically. And then you're going to have a worksheet today. All right, so lesson 13. So the last time we were together on Wednesday, we talked about using the area model where we drew rectangles, right? And then we filled in the little area of each square, and then we combined terms. I'm just going to show you one more way that you can do this without having to draw those rectangles. If you like drawing the rectangles, go ahead and do so. The big idea here is making sure that you don't miss multiplication somewhere in the problem that you're doing, right? So we're going to find this product of 2x plus 3 times the quantity of x plus 5. So go ahead and write that down. And then you'll also see that I've got 4 different colored arrows. Each of those arrows is helping you oh, Sam. Each of those is just reminding you that you need to give each part to the other part. It's kind of like if any of you play cribbage. Anybody in here play cribbage? When you get like a 3 of a kind or a 4 of a kind, to make sure that you count all of your pairs, you have to map each, like let's say you have 4 2s in your hand. You need to match each 2 separately and then make sure you get them all covered up with that. So, oh, Emma G, I would play cribbage with you someday if we ever get to see each other in person. I like it. It'll be a game like you'll appreciate, in my opinion, when you get older. Something that you can live for or work, play forever. We're teaching our 6-year-old how to play, so it's kind of fun. All right, so it is like double distributing, as you see my note here. Again, the first thing we're going to do is multiply the first terms of the parentheses, 2x times x, and then we're going to do 2x times 5, and then you'll see the yellow arrows and the green arrows as well. So notice I've got 2x times this 1x, 2x times 5 plus 3 times x plus 3 times 5. So again, I'm showing that double distributing, multiplying each part with each other. Like I said, it's kind of like cribbage when you count your pairs, when you make sure that you have all of the pairs counted and accounted for. All right, and then all you're going to do is simplify. 2x times x, 2x times 5, 3 times x, 3 times 15. And so we see that that turns into 2x squared plus 10x plus 3x plus 15. So it's basically the same idea as the area model, but instead of doing everything inside those boxes, it's just writing it out on a line. From here, then, you need to make sure that you simplify. And if you look closely, I do have 2 like terms right here. I've got 10x and 3x, and they're both positive. So I'm going to put them together to become 13x. So my simplified answer is 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. And I know that I can't do anything else because there are no like terms in that final expression. Okay, 2x squared plus 13x plus 15. All right, so the reason why we call it FOIL is we multiplied the first terms of the parentheses together, and then we did the outside terms, then we did the inside terms, and then we did the last terms. Okay. Hey, Emma, if this works better for you, that's absolutely great. All right. So because, oops, let me get this square out of the way. I've got something else down there. There you go. So again, that's just the reminder. First, outside, inside, last. And it really only works, this acronym, when you have two binomials like we have in this example. Okay, but what if we switch it back and say, okay, let's find this product of these two algebraic expressions, 2x plus 3 and x plus 5. But this time I'm going to do the area model. So in this case, I'm going to draw a rectangle that's going to be 2 boxes tall and 2 boxes wide because I have two binomials. And then we're going to fill in the each of those rectangles like what we did the other day, right? And what does the L stand for? Oh, last. Amelia, I'm sorry if I did that too quickly. The L is for last. First, outside, inside, last. All right, so let's go back here. So this is what we did on Wednesday when we did the area models for each of them. And we're going to find the area in each category. So again, 2x times x gives us that 2x squared. Those are the first terms. And then I'm going to do 2x times 5, which is 10x. Those are my last, 2x times 5 are my last terms. And then I'm going to do 3 times x, which is 3x. That's the inside terms. And then 3 times 5, which is 15. 3 times 5, the last terms. And then from here, like we talked about the other day, just like the previous example and what we talked about on Wednesday, you look in this area and you say, all right, you ask yourself, do I have any like terms? And in this case, I've got 3x and 10x, so I can simplify them to 13x. There aren't any other x squareds and there aren't any other plain numbers, so there isn't anything else I can do to simplify those expressions, combining those terms together. All right, I've got one more example. I would like you to try this one on your own. It's 6x plus 5 times the quantity of 2x squared minus 3x minus 5. And you can either draw those arrows like you see, like we did in that first example, or feel free to do the area model, whichever way you prefer. Go. Actually, when you're finished, click the little raise hand button so I know you're done with that. Again, you're doing this particular problem on your own, either the area models or the arrows. Again, click the little raise hand button when you have your answer. All right, just a little bit more time. Again, you should be completing this particular problem. All right. Let's see if you guys agree with me on the final answer. And move it far enough. There's our final answer. Look at what you got. 12x to the third minus 8x squared minus 45x minus 25. Let me move that box down a different way so you can see the work. In the event that you might have made a mistake, which is completely acceptable, okay, and encouraged to make mistakes. If you got it, great. If you didn't get it, that's great. Go ahead and fix yours so that you have the correct steps and the correct answer. Again, the big idea here is to make sure that you have multiplied everything by each other, right? 6x times 2x squared, 6x times minus 3x, 6x times negative 5. Remember, the operation, the symbol in front of the number goes with that number, okay? Then 5 times 2x squared, 5 times negative 3x, 5 times negative 5. Okay, go ahead and put your hands down. And then again, the big idea is to make sure that you look through here and find those like terms. There are no additional 12x to the thirds. That's why that one comes here. And then I look in the line, I've got x squared. And so I've got negative 18x squared. And I've got positive 10x squared. Those turn into this negative 8x squared. Then I've got negative 30x. And I've got negative 15x. That's where the negative 45x comes in. And then negative 25 is the only plain number. That's why it's minus 25 here. Okay. All right, so your closure for today, thinking back to what we talked about on Wednesday, do you like area models better, or do you like distributing, which is today's, the process with the arrows? Which one do you like better and why? Write that down. I'm just curious as to what you guys would say. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to open up a poll. I'm curious to know what you all think. So the area model is the one with drawing the boxes like we did on Wednesday. Distributing is like what we did today with drawing the arrows. I would like to know what you think, so check on that poll. Open that poll up, and let's see what you think. Which one do you like better? Oops, I thought I launched it. Sorry. Go ahead. There it is. Which one do you like better, area model or distributing? Again, area model is what we talked about on Wednesday, drawing those boxes, and then distributing is the thing with the arrows. Only 9 votes. 3, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. There's 22 of you on. All right, so it looks like most of us prefer, it's about 2 to 1, area model to distributing. So again, here's the thing, do whichever method works best for you. There is no judging on my end. I want you just to make sure that you are comfortable with the process that you are choosing to do. And of course, I want you to get the final answer correct, right? So, oh, you like them both. If I made you pick one. No, I'm kidding. So there you have it. That is what today's lesson is. So what I need you to do now, if you're not there already, is you're going to head into Schoology, refresh your screen if you need to so you can get that worksheet 13. And then you're going to go ahead and work on those problems like we did in the lesson today. And when you are finished, post that on your DUR along with your score.